This is J Hawk Scott again, and it's actually tank delivery day. There I am. I'm pretty excited to get the tank delivered. It's been a long time coming. There's been a lot of planning, and this is actually the first time that I've seen the tank. The tank. I ordered the tank through Urban Aquatics in Houston. The owner of Urban Aquatics, David Rains, is actually here on site overseeing the delivery of the tank. And David was really helpful in this whole process. And if you're in the Houston area and you're looking for an aquarium, I would really recommend David. I think that he really went above and beyond on a lot of this stuff, and I had tried other people in the area, and I really was frustrated with the level of customer service that I got with him. It was the Aquarium Design Group, and initially they seemed pretty energetic about getting me a tank and all that stuff, and but for whatever reason, I don't know, they just seemed to lose interest, wouldn't return phone calls, and so I got on the local aquarium board, Marsh Reef, and Urban Aquatics was one of the companies that had pretty good reviews on there, and so I reached out to Urban Aquatics, and I got a hold of David, and and David was really good to work with. It took a while to get the tank, but a lot of that really didn't have anything to do with Urban Aquatics. It had more to do with the tank manufacturer, Planet Aquarium, and how far behind they were on getting stuff. So, but that David's the gentleman there getting ready to he's taking the stuff off the top of the tank, but like I said, he really oversaw the whole process here. He wasn't just a supervisor, but he really was really intricately involved with hooking everything up, making sure everything got in the window properly, and he provided a tremendous amount of comfort to me that he knew what he was doing. And so, like I said, if you're in the Houston area and need an aquarium, or you need really any other kind of aquarium service, I think David would be somebody I would be happy to recommend. But only unfortunate thing is that David got a speeding ticket in the neighborhood here when he was out here delivering the aquarium. I felt bad for him on that, because the area that I'm in, they have a speed limit of 20 miles per hour, and there's really not the 5 mile an hour cushion there. It's kind of, you hit 21, 22, they'll stop you, and sure enough, they stopped him and gave him a ticket. So that kind of stinks. So anyway, so what we did is we took the stand up first, and they used the large straps that they would connect to the crane, and then balance the stand with the straps, and then just lift it up into the window. Now, the initial thought was that we were going to have the tank brought in the house through the window on the front, and we actually had the builder remove that window so that we could take it in through the front window. The side window didn't have a window because there were problems with the windows. It didn't get delivered on time, so it was still open. But because of that deck up above the window on the front, we really couldn't bring the tank and stand in through the front because you can't get close enough. Didn't even think about that. So that was a waste of time taking out the window. So we ended up taking it in through the side window. So the image that you're seeing in the bottom left hand corner, that was actually shot from inside the house. And actually on my little Samsung Galaxy S5 cell phone, and it actually took a pretty good video. I was pretty amazed by that. But it was really interesting how high the stand got up there. When they put the stand in there, the tank, when he brought the tank up there, he did not take the tank nearly as high as he did the stand. But you can see kind of the issue on how high this home sits. We're much higher than all the homes around us, and a large part of that has to do with flood insurance. Actually, all has to do with flood insurance, because the higher you are, the lower your flood insurance. So, but there's David. He's standing up there on the outside, and he's gonna grab the stand and bring the stand into the house. And I got a little nervous during this whole process, because it was kind of windy that day. I mean, you can see the Tyvek blowing around up there. Where we're located at, it's almost always windy. So, and there you can see David and some of his guys helping to pull the stand in through the window, and as they'd pull it in the window, the crane operator would drop the stand down just a little bit and a little bit more, and then they just slowly work it in through the window. It really went very smoothly. And having seen the stand go first, I had a much greater comfort level when it came to the aquarium and their ability to get that in the house. I think I would have been kind of nervous if the first thing, well, I would have been more nervous for sure if the first thing that was lifted up and taken into the house was the aquarium. But with the stand going first, we're then ready to get back down and start on the aquarium. So the aquarium came from Planet Aquarium. I believe they're located up in Dallas, and it took a while to get the aquarium. It was several months before it was built. The aquarium is 7 feet long, so it's 84 inches long. It's 30 inches front to back and 28 inches tall. So the aquarium is just over 300 gallons. And while I kind of expected the aquarium to seem bigger than it is, there you can see all the water and how close we are to the water as to why we have to be so high. What you can see there in the distance is Galveston Island, and our location is pretty close to that. So, like Hurricane Ike, there was a lot of water where we're at. I lived in this same neighborhood before we built this house. I just lived a street over, and we had 5.5 feet of water in the downstairs on our house, which in the old house was a garage. So that's why the homes are built up so high. And it's amazing how much your flood insurance goes up if you start dropping below 18 feet. Our home is actually 20 feet above base flood. That means we're 20 feet above standard water level there in the canals. So, but like you can see by the houses around us, we're considerably higher than they are, but they're older homes. So here's the aquarium coming in. Like I was talking about my old aquarium was 6 feet by 18 inches front to back and 24 inches tall. And this aquarium's only a foot longer, but it's more than double the volume. And that really has to do with more so the front to back than anything, the distance, because the other aquarium was only 18 inches wide, where this one's 30 inches wide. And I think that's going to be really nice, because one of the problems I always had with my 135 was the fact that the distance between the glass was pretty narrow, and so you were really limited on what you could do as far as aquascaping. your rock structures were very vertical. You didn't there wasn't any real width to them, and it always seemed like you'd always come home and a rock had fallen and stuff like that. So I think this tank will allow me a lot more flexibility on how I do my aquascaping. The aquarium also does have Starfire glass, so I'm really looking forward to that. I think that'll provide for a much clearer view, and so that'll be nice. I just have to be careful not to scratch it. So, but again, once we get the aquarium here inside the house, unhook the straps and then take the aquarium over. We actually take it over and set it inside the living room, and then we had our contractor build a structure around the aquarium to protect it, and I'm really glad that we did, because during the construction process, the builders, all the different subs would come in, basically used it as like a workbench, and we had built a big wooden frame around the aquarium, and enclosed it with plywood, so there was nothing was going to damage the tank. So there you can see the windows and how we were going to bring it in. We had planned to do the front one, but we couldn't, and we brought it in through the side window. And like I said, then we took it over into the living room right there, and there she sits. And it was quite a day. It was nice to finally see the tank, and then to get the tank in the house was a real relief. You can see the width of it there, and that was the thing to me that was the biggest difference between my old tank and this tank, was how much wider it was. The stand, I wasn't going to buy the stand, but the problem is without the stand, there I am, thumbs up, yeah, they wouldn't warranty the aquarium, so I bought the stand. And I have my little girls running through there. Give you an idea of height. The little one is 2 years old, and the big one is 5. So overall, it was a really great day, and glad to get it in there. So, well, that's about it. And I just wanted to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you've got any questions, please shoot me a message, and I'm gonna let you go on that one. But I appreciate everybody, and I should have some more out very soon.